Hello again world, Justin Tucker here, mushing forward with a video tutorial series on Drupal 7 and how we can use Drupal Commerce and turn it into a platform that can take registrations and memberships, or sell registrations and memberships. So where we left off in the last video was on the registration line item type, and we added custom fields that will show to the user when they engage with that product, much like the user would engage with the quantity box. What I kind of want to talk about now is the difference between fields. Talk a little bit more about the difference between fields on product types, again, versus fields on line item types. So in the case of registration, what we're needing here is basically for the user to fill out some open-ended information that's unique to them. Okay. When we're talking about the fields on product types, and so the great example for this is going to be shirts. Okay, we have the ability to add fields here, and I think Drupal Commerce, it's really confusing for a lot as to, okay, well, what do these fields do? What do these fields mean? Adding fields here in a certain way gives you the ability to create administratively the 9 different shirt variations if you've got 3 different sizes and 3 different colors. Okay. I think in this case, well, actually, let's go ahead and add. Let's see, we have shirt size, shirt type. Let's go ahead and add shirt color as a vocabulary. Going to add in a bunch of colors, so blue, red, green, orange. Again, if you don't use these, it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll just add these, and so there we go. So now I can go to my, okay, so we were back at product types, product type of t-shirt, manage fields. So this is going to give us the mechanism to say shirt size. And this was a term reference because we were just there. And we're going to go ahead and leave this as a select list. And just like there was a special checkbox in the line item type fields, okay, to include this field on add to cart, okay, there is also a similar magic checkbox that you want to make sure you check in here. And so we're going to correspond this with shirt size, the taxonomy in the list. This is where we have large, medium, small, all that. It's this checkbox right here. Enable this field to function as an attribute field on add to cart forms. And I can explain this. It'll probably make more sense once you see it. You can, this is going to be for you. So when you make a new product, you're probably going to want select list so that you get a drop down of shirt size when you make that particular variation. And we're going to only allow one. We're going to leave it default. And yeah, I guess we'll make it required for ourselves. I'm going to say shirt color. Now I kind of shot myself in the foot here because I think we also have shirt type. So the math is pretty simple. You just multiply the number of different options you have in each attribute. So if I have 3 sizes, well, actually no, I've got like 5 or 6 sizes times this many colors times 2 types. So we're not going to be able to do all the variations for this video, but you can see what that creates. In fact, kind of how we've done this, I mean, we've got what, 7 different colors, I think 6 different sizes, and then 2 different types. So that would be 84 different variations of t-shirts. So this kind of will go into another way to do it in terms of not having to enter that many variations, but we'll get into the primary reason why you should or shouldn't. So we're going to collect shirt color. Again, make this an attribute. And then we're also going to say shirt type. And again, what you're really doing here is creating fields for yourself to fill out. So where this becomes critical, in my opinion, is when you have different price variations in your shirts, or different price variations in your product variations. So it's not uncommon that large shirts or extra large shirts cost a little bit more than small shirts. If that's the case, then you're kind of doomed in this example that I've created, assuming that there's going to be a size per color and there's going to be a type per color. We're going to have a total of 84 variations. And is that time consuming to enter? Is that data entry? Is that boring? Absolutely it is. But if that's what your situation calls for, then that's what it calls for. If, however, I only have 3 colors I'm going to use, or maybe just 2, right? Blue and green, I'm not going to worry about the type, and I'm just going to have maybe 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. I don't have to use all my options. I can choose any variation of them, but keep that in mind. Now, where you want product variations and where you have to have them is when, yes, there is a price difference and or picture difference between the variation. So obviously if I choose a red large shirt, that is a different picture than if I choose a small blue shirt. And in that case, you're going to have variations. Another way to do it would be through line item types of type shirt. Now again, I created it, not really sure if we're going to use it. This would be the case. We want to use fields here. Let's say that, golly, we don't want to add 84 stinking variations, okay? Because there is no price difference and there is no picture difference, or there is no need to show a different picture to the user. We just want to show the user 3 drop downs, size, color, and type, and let them pick what they want, and that lets us know what we need to deliver. Now again, in order for that to work, you don't have to enter in all these variations. You don't have to enter in 84 variations in our example. You only enter 1 product, but it cannot need to vary in price in any way, meaning that price of that shirt is the same no matter what color, no matter what type, no matter what size. So if you can get away with that, then you can add those fields here to the line item type, just like we did to the line item type of registration, and you can make them required, and then that will actually show 3 drop downs to the user when they add a shirt to the cart. They have to choose size, they have to choose color, and they have to choose type, and then that just simply lets you know how to fulfill the order. But again, that will only work if there is no need for a price difference. So we're not going to add any fields here because in our case we're not going to enter in 84 variations, but the product type of shirts, we've added in these 3 types of things. And again, the magic checkbox we have checked in here is enable this field to function as an attribute field on add to cart forms. And I'm going to probably just leave the video at this right now because it's now time to kind of start putting a lot of these concepts together. For example, I think it's going to make a little sense once we fill out a registration product versus once we once we create a registration product versus once we create maybe 9 variations of 1 t-shirt product display. You know, these terms and these ideas hopefully will kind of come together. So in the next video, we're actually going to kind of deviate into a little bit more layout and functionality tools like panels and views and view content panes. So I want to get a particular look going so that when we view the main convention we have, that we'll actually start to see some of these links to create content that will only belong to it. So again, if you like these videos, please subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, please reach out. That concludes this video. I will see you on the next one.